How about the Texans and what they've been able to do? They're active, and it feels like D'Amico is going to be able to recruit and get people to come to Houston. Texas has the no state income tax. I do believe they're one of the states that has that, so that's quite a benefit. But if you look at what they've been able to do, I did not expect this from the Houston. The Houston Texans were supposed to suck for 10 years. And I love the Houston Texans. I love and appreciate C.J. Stroud. He's been great on our show. Casario has been awesome on our show, hasn't he?
Oh, yeah.
He's been
really good.
He's been too good on our show almost in this entire thing. D'Amico has been fantastic. Everett, their PR guy, best guy in the NFL to us. I love that the Houston Texans and the people there are having success. With that being said, as an Indianapolis Colt fan, they were supposed to suck for the next 10 years. Now they're seemingly making smart moves and getting better every single day, Lombo. Do you see it that way?
Well, I think what you want to look for in free agency is, does the team have a plan? Are they executing a philosophical plan, not trying to fill team needs? Like, what are we trying to accomplish? And I think D'Amico Ryans has taken that 49er approach that we're going to put money in defensive linemen. That's what we're going to do. That's what wins the game. That's what wins the game in the fourth quarter. That's what we have to do. Now, Greenhardt's a good player. They lost him, but they replaced him with Danielle Hunter. And I think, to me, they're putting their money. They have a formula on what they want to do. They're following the San Francisco blueprint, which has been successful. I think that's something you want to be able to do as a general manager. You got to have a blueprint. What are we trying to accomplish? You know, everybody gets so upset if you don't spend money. But if you just randomly start signing players without a blueprint, you're going to waste money. And I think what the Colts are doing, you know, they're signing their own guys. They're using their cap room to extend their players. That doesn't mean they're not going to improve their team, but they're going to be very careful about how they approach that. And I think it's way too early to judge the finality. But Houston, I think really, Houston has done exactly what San Francisco has. And getting Mixon they had a chance at Barkley, and I thought they might get Barkley because of the state income tax you referred to, because here in Jersey and Philadelphia, it's heavy tax. But I think Barkley, being a Penn State kid, being from the area, wanted to stay close to home.
You like that move in Philly? You like Saquon going there?
Yeah. I think sometimes you have to analyze what is the impact of the move, right? And so what they're telling you in this move is, look, Jalen Hurts operates really well. When Miles Sanders was humming 2 years ago, and they were running the ball really effectively, and they had that play-action pass going, and they were dominating the line of scrimmage. Now what they decided is they went on the cheaper route last year. They let Miles Sanders go for just over $6 million. It wasn't a lot of money in the realm of things, and it affected their offense. And they need to take some of the pressure off of Hurts. They need to stay in a play-action pass game. And having a legitimate back in the backfield, somebody who can break tackles, make long runs, fits their profile. Because here's what we know about Philadelphia. They get into any 3rd and 1, they're going to convert the first down. I mean, you know, so really they operate with most offenses with just 2 downs. I mean, all they got to do is get, you know, they 3rd and 1, it's a first down. So I think this is some way what Philly did was it's against their norm. Now, they typically don't like to sign running backs, but I think what they were saying to themselves, from my viewpoint, is we have to do everything in our power to help Jalen become the player we paid him to become, and I think Barkley does that.
Yeah, I wonder if Kellen Moore will stick with the run. You know, that's a whole nother question, because down there in Dallas, he had Zeke and Tony, and then Dak goes and has 40,000 yards or whatever the case is, or 40 touchdown and however many, and it was Mike McCarthy who say, you know, I know Kellen Moore wants to run up scoreboard. You know, even though they paid Zeke and Tony, it's like Kellen's MO is to air it out. We are going to air this thing out. You bring in Saquon. Hopefully that's enough of a piece. And I would assume Sirianni's going to drill home that we need to run the rock. But, I think Kellen Moore, Vic Fangio, big upgrades. You bring in Saquon. Obviously, that's another weapon. You got AJ. You got Devontae. You got an offensive line without Jason Kelsey. So who knows if the tush push is still a 92% or 98% or whatever it is. But we will assume that's the case. Doesn't feel like the Eagles were that far away. But we didn't think that last year. And then Big Dom's back on the sideline. That's good.